Hey, if you're looking for a lighting solution, I want to show you guys this LED ring light that has all sorts of control adjustments for brightness and color temperature. It's perfect if you are somebody that does a lot of photography, filming, or if you're a YouTuber like myself, if you're looking for lighting solutions, you'll want to check this light out, and we're going to take a look up next. My name is Jeff, and if you are new to this channel, welcome. I do all sorts of different type of tech, toy, and gadget reviews, including all sorts of different things with LED lights. I had to check out this LED ring light, and for any type of filming like I do for recording for my YouTube channel, this is a must. So let's take a look at the unboxing and check out its features, because you want to know what you're going to get with a quality light. You can find all the information about this light in the link that I'm going to put down in the description below, so be sure to check that out. So let's start the setup by unfolding the legs. There's a knob right here that we can loosen. Gives us access to unfolding out the legs. What I found is just try to get them as far down as you can and then reposition so that it's, at a pretty steep angle, and then go ahead and tighten up this tightening knob down here. That's going to give you a pretty good stand, and then we're going to go ahead and loosen one of these other knobs to start extending up. So we have two more extensions for the stand. I'm going to go ahead and raise this one up, and then we'll raise this one up. I just want to show you guys that's as high as I can go with the stand, and then I can put the light on top of that. So I've got my light, and we're going to attach it to the top of the stand. There's this tightening knob. I'm going to tighten that down. Very easy to use. There's another knob here which I can loosen, which is going to allow me to angle the light however I'd like. We're going to spin things around so you can get a closer look at all the controls on the back. If you want to mount your camera or your smartphone for recording right to this stand, you can. There's a slot, and then these are all the pieces included with the light, and then the ball joint allows you to angle it however you'd like, including being able to tilt it all the way down on this side, and you can adjust and tighten as needed. So let's see what you can do with this light. We're going to start off here. You got your on-off switch, and then on our panel here you've got all sorts of different types of controls. By turning the knob up top here, that dial is going to allow you to control the brightness. So all the way down to 1%, all the way up to 100%. There's a button in the middle, and when you press that, that allows you to change the color temperature. 5800 is a much cooler white, and all the way down to 3000, which is that warmer white for your color changing. At any time, you can put your light into a different group setting. So there's A through E, and each group setting can have its own settings. So right now we're at a brightness of 1000, and then 3000 for the color temperature. If we move this over to B I had set to a brightness of 20% and a much cooler white, and then you can do different profiles for each one of these different groups, and then when you go back to like that first one, it's going to remember those settings for you. If you want a quick way to change brightness, there is this quick bright button, and as you hit that, it's going to go in 25% increments in brightening up the light for you, just a little bit quicker maybe than turning the dial. But that's what that button's going to be for. You can also use this light with a remote. This particular light that I have here doesn't come with the remote. However, Pixel does sell a remote for it, and I'll put a link to that as well so you can take a look at that. I don't know if I really have use at this time for a remote. I'm only going to plan on using this one light, but you can link this with multiple lights. And that actually takes me to this next button here. So you would, if you were going to link this with other lights according to the instructions, you can go into the channels, use the dial, and set this light to, say, channel 5. Any other lights that you want to correspond to this light, you would also set to channel 5. That gives you those different options, and that is what you can do with all the controls on this light. So in removing some of the plastic covering or the diffuser on the lights, you'll see all the different LEDs inside. We've got some of the warmer white LEDs and some of the cooler white LEDs, which get mixed depending on what color temperature you're looking for. So you can kind of see from the backdrop here, we're going to bring our brightness down all the way from 100 down to 1%. We will bring it all the way back up. And then we've got the warmer white right now, changing it to the cooler white. So, and this is giving you an example of how the light is reflecting off of myself as well as all the objects behind me, so you can kind of get an idea of how this light can be used. This is the light at 50% brightness, and right now I've got the light completely turned off, so you can see the difference here between using the light and not using the light. And here's some examples of how the light's going to work on different products that I might be doing reviews on. Here's that same shot again with the ring light turned off. So my overall thoughts on this ring light. Overall, I think it's a great light. I have had a lot of fun getting used to changing the different color brightnesses and the color temperatures. Lighting is so important when you're doing photography and filming. Having the options here to change the brightness and add lighting where I need it for doing different videos, product reviews, being able to light up some of those sets, to me is very convenient. I think it's a great light in having all the adjustability for angling it. I do think that the stand is a little bit wobbly. I know it gives you the option to mount your camera or mount your smartphone on the light itself. I probably will be using a separate tripod just because of that little bit of wobble. But other than that, I think that it's got a pretty good design. The stand itself is metal. The light enclosure itself is all plastic. It does have kind of a plastic feel to it, but at the same time, that makes the light fairly, in weight, fairly light to transport and carry around. It did come with the plastic bag, which is easy to just slip into, and it does have two pockets, so I can put the stand on one side and put the light on the other. Be sure to check out some of the other LED lighting reviews that I've done on my channel, different products as well as installations around my house to just help brighten things up. I will put a link at the end of this video as well as down in the description below, so be sure to check those out. My name is Jeff. I appreciate you guys watching so much. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video.